Throughout history, humanity has been enchanted and tormented by the idea of perfection. Civilizations dreamed of ideal societies, philosophers debated the nature of the good, and theologians warned of the dangers in confusing the creator with created things. Today, technology stands at the heart of our ambitions, not only as a tool to ease burdens, but as a means to transcend our limitations, our frailty, our ignorance, even our mortality. The language of contemporary technological discourse rings with echoes of the utopian talk of curing death, fixing the brain, optimizing society, and deleting suffering abounds. It is here that we must ask, does our reverence for technology and our faith in its power to deliver perfection risk becoming a new kind of idolatry? Idolatry has always been about misplacing the highest value, adoring or entrusting our hope to that which is not ultimate. For the ancients, idolatry was attached to images of wood, stone, and gold, representations of imagined deities believed to control fate or grant blessings. The prophetic traditions of Judaism and Christianity condemned idols not only for their material futility but for the deeper spiritual distortion they represented, the attempt to replace the genuine source of meaning and transcendence with a work of human hands. Modern people tend to think themselves free of such primitive errors, yet the object of misdirected devotion may change form without losing its hold over the human heart. Technology, with its dazzling powers and relentless progress, now presents itself as a prime candidate for such misplaced worship. In the 19th century, thinkers like Ludwig Feuerbach and later Marx and Freud diagnosed religion as a kind of projection, a reflection of human wishes and fears cast onto the sky. Yet, in our own age, perhaps it is technology that has assumed the role of the great projection, embodying our desires for mastery, security, and transcendence. The narratives of a technological salvation are pervasive. We find them in the promises of Silicon Valley, where the singularity is anticipated as a coming dawn, bringing not just better gadgets but the transformation of human nature itself. Biomedical advances promise gene editing to eradicate disease, artificial intelligence to outstrip human judgment, and neurotechnology to remodel the mind. Social media and algorithmic governance raise the expectation not simply of communication but of the rational organization and even purification of the messy, divided public sphere. These aspirations are not all naive or malicious. It would be short-sighted to deny the immense benefits technology has brought: prolonged life, reduced suffering, expanded knowledge. The danger lies not in using technology, but in confusing its partial, instrumental power with ultimate fulfillment or salvation. The longing for perfection is potent, but when attached to a tool of our own making, it carries two crucial risks: hubris and dehumanization. Hubris is the classical sin of overreaching, of placing oneself in the position of the gods. The Greek myths tell of Prometheus, who brought fire to humans and suffered for usurpation. The biblical story of Babel warns of a tower built to heaven, an assertion of human self-sufficiency brought low by divinely induced confusion. Modern technological optimism, when unchecked, can revive these ancient failings. The belief that every obstacle, suffering, ignorance, even death, can be engineered out of existence tempts us to forget the limits inherent in creaturely life. Thinkers like Martin Heidegger cautioned against understanding technology as mere neutral instrumentality. He saw in its end framing a way of relating to being itself, turning the natural world, and ultimately ourselves, into resources to be ordered and optimized. The pursuit of technological perfection risks shutting out other forms of meaning, the wisdom of grief, the moral texture of vulnerability, the beauty found in finitude. The second danger is dehumanization. In seeking to overcome our flaws, we may undermine what is most essentially human. The drive to perfect memory, eliminate negative emotions, or enhance intelligence through artificial means raises profound ethical and existential questions. Are we seeking to augment our humanity, or to replace it? Who decides what counts as perfection, and at what cost to diversity, spontaneity, and creativity? Aldous Huxley's vision in A Brave New World remains a chilling parable, an order ruthlessly free of pain, but also stripped of aspiration, tragedy, and true love. Even when motivations are noble, the worship of technological solutions alone can eclipse the messy, dialogical, unpredictable character of human being in the world. Religious traditions have grappled with a paradox, that fulfillment is not reached through the destruction of limits, but through the right relationship to them. Theologies of incarnation, covenant, and kenosis suggest that the divine is found not in escape from creatureliness, but in its embrace. Perfection, from this angle, does not mean the erasure of all lack or flaw, but the transformation of imperfection itself into something meaningful, through love, humility, and solidarity. Technology, for all its marvels, can never finally supply the terms of such redemption. The ancient prophets did not fear images simply because they were false, but because they inverted the relationship between creator and creation. Today's idolatries are more sophisticated, but no less potent. When we adore the works of our own hands, we may find not deliverance but a mirror, reflecting our anxiety, our pride, and our longing for assurance. The possibility of good remains. Technology can be a servant of wisdom and compassion, if we remember the lessons of humility, mortality, and reverence for mysteries beyond calculation. In the end, the pursuit of perfection is an ineradicable feature of human nature. What matters is not that we strive, but that we remain attentive to where we place our ultimate trust. Technology should be a means, not a master, an instrument of the good life, not its substitute. Perfection, if it is truly to be found, lies not in the conquest of all vulnerability, but in the willingness to live wisely and gratefully amidst the imperfect gifts of creation.